Good afternoon. I'm Tate Blanton, the Director of Alumni Events and Programs for the Wichita State University Alumni Association. And it's my pleasure to welcome you to Day 4 of our 2020 Virtual Homecoming Reunions. Today we're featuring the Frank Barton School of Business, and I'm delighted to have the Dean of the College, Dr. Larissa Jenin, here to give us an update. A little background on Dean Jenin. She is obviously the Dean of the Frank Barton School of Business and a professor at Wichita State University. But prior to joining WSU in June of 2019, Dr. Jenin served as a tenured faculty interim dean and associate dean in the School of Economics and Business Administration at St. Mary's College of California. She was responsible for strategic planning, AACSB accreditation, faculty and undergraduate programs, and she has over 20 years of combined teaching and administrative experience. With a student-centered mindset, Dean Jenin is committed to supporting faculty, staff, and stakeholders. She's excited to be joining the university at such a pivotal time in its history and looks forward to ensuring the construction of the new building to house the Frank Barton School of Business. With all that, let me welcome Dean Jenin.
Hello, everyone. What a delight and pleasure to be with you today. My name is Larissa Jenin, and I'm the Dean of the W. Frank Barton School of Business. And I would be honored and delighted to share some of the updates and some of the key initiatives that we are working on in the Barton School of Business. I would be remiss if I wouldn't share with you some of the photos and pictures back in spring of how the campus looked like in March, although we're in October. But I am sure that some of you have not been back on campus, and this would be an opportunity for you to see what a magnificent, what a delightful and a gorgeous campus that we have at Wichita State University. And these are actual pictures of all of our outdoor sculptures and all of the flowers in full bloom, and just wanted to bring a little bit of the spring into the fall. I just wanted to briefly introduce myself and say that it is my honor and pleasure to be leading W. Frank Barton School of Business, and it's an extreme delight to be working with such a distinguished group of faculty and staff, all for the purposes of really transforming the lives of our students, engaging our alums, and working with the industry partners and other stakeholders. I moved from San Francisco Bay Area last June to assume this position, and I lived there for about 30 years. I have about 20 plus years of teaching and administrative experience. I'm professor of marketing, and as it's been mentioned, I've recently, prior to this position, I've served as an associate dean, interim dean at a private Catholic liberal arts institution back in Bay Area. And I am here in Wichita, Kansas with my entire family, with my husband, our son, and very, very two important family members who you're seeing on the screen. I'm originally from Kiev, Ukraine. I've been in US for 30 years, and it's just my delight to call Wichita, Kansas, my hometown. What really inspires me about Wichita State is its very innovative vision and focus and mission focused on applied learning and research, and very focused on the Barton School of Business to contributing to advancing this very transformative and robust vision. Just a little background on the Barton School of Business. We have about 2,000 students in the Barton School of Business, about 1,700 undergrad and 300 graduate students. Over 40% of our students are first-generation students. I don't know if you know, but our School of Business holds a very unique, prestigious accreditation. It's called AACSB, and less than 1% of business schools worldwide hold this accreditation. And Barton School of Business holds accounting and business. We have about 120 faculty and staff. We have an undergraduate bachelor in business degree with 10 majors, and we have 6 graduate programs, and hoping soon we'll have graduate program number 7. And I'll share that a little later. This slide means a lot to me personally This is what it inspires me and empowers me. I am so honored to work with such a distinguished group of faculty. Many of you probably would recognize a lot of these faces and a lot of these faculty who were with you and really shaping your personal and professional journeys and really contributing to your academic success. Well, we're continuing to engage, attract, and retain world-renowned scholars and also industry practitioners and top executives. This is just a sampling of some of the companies who really value the education that our students are receiving in the Barton School of Business. And this is just a sample of companies that are hiring our students to pursue internships and ultimately full-time jobs. We're very grateful to these employers and many, many others. I also would like to say that it's great for us and it's an honor for us to be so much engaged with the industry, with the business community. We have about 8 centers and institutes, and they're listed on this slide. And we also have a total of 12 advisory boards in the Barton School of Business that are focusing on supporting and advancing our strategic direction of our school and also supporting our programs, our centers, and institutes. Over 300 executives and industry leaders are engaged in the life of the School of Business and focusing on contributing to its continuous growth and success. We have a very distinguished and esteemed Dean's Advisory Board consisting of 45 board members. And our Dean's Advisory Board is led by Clark Boshin. He's the board chairman of Fidelity Bank. We're so grateful to this distinguished group of executives and industry leaders. Many of them are alums of the Barton School, and they represent a wide variety of industries, and they're very much committed to student success, faculty support, and contributing to the sustainable growth of our business school. These are just some of the key priorities that will drive us into the future. The vision of our business school is to really position it to be the premier and one of the most innovative business schools in the world. And we're going to be focusing on enhancing and strengthening on our image, our reputation, our profile, not just nationally, but also globally. We're going to be focusing on marketing and branding. We're going to be involved in launching new innovative programs, increasing enrollments. Something that's very dear to my heart is student experience and success, really transforming lives of students and focusing on finding meaningful ways how we can connect academic programs they're pursuing to meaningful personal and professional lives, and workforce development. Really making sure that we have programs that prepare students for the jobs of today and jobs of tomorrow, and making sure that we're in full alignment with the industry trends, with the needs and interest of our employers, our recruiters, and of course, in line with student preferences and their desires. Well, in order for us to accomplish all of these initiatives, I will say that facilities play a pivotal role in creating the right type of an environment, a collaborative environment, an environment that really triggers a level of creativity, of innovation, and immersion. And this is just an image of our current facility. And many of you are very familiar with this facility. This is Clinton Hall. It was built in 1970, and it's a 57,000 square foot facility. I am very delighted to share some updates with you on Woolsey Hall, the new home for the W. Frank Barton School of Business. What you're seeing in front of you is the future site for our new home, and we are positioned on the Innovation Campus. The body of water that you're seeing, sometimes people refer to it as the body of water. Some refer to it as the pond. I prefer to refer to it as the lake, a beautiful lake. What we're going to be seeing between now and spring 2022 is a construction of a state-of-the-art, I'm confident will be award-winning, 125,000 square foot masterpiece. And it's exciting to be positioned on the campus, on the innovation campus, and be in close proximity to our partners who are now on the innovation campus. As you could see, we are in the center of the campus, and that really is an exciting opportunity to really begin to, or not just begin, but continue to build stronger bridges, linkages, and connections with different parts on campus, and of course with the external community. Just a quick update on what we have on the innovation campus, and just to give you a little bit of perspective of the context and the environment in which we're going to be positioned when Woolsey Hall breaks ground today at 1:30 p.m. and we are scheduled for move-in in spring 2022. We have Airbus on campus. We have John Bardo Center building. We also have Spirit Aerosystems, Law Enforcement Training Center. We have Brayburn Square, and continuing to add new tenants and vendors to that. Just recently opened Hyatt Place. It is on the innovation campus, on campus. We have Crash Dynamics Laboratory. Just next to Woolsey Hall is our new Steve Clark YMCA Student Health and Wellness Center. And we are also going to be welcoming, Wichita State will be welcoming NetApp and Deloitte Smart Factory to the innovation campus. So we're very, very excited and delighted about all the opportunities and partnerships that this could bring. Before I share with you a few images of Woolsey Hall, I wanted to just share with you that we are so honored to work with a very, very experienced architectural firm, and they've been guiding us from start to finish on the design, and now engaging construction firm Donlinger Construction, and Gastinger Walker out of Kansas City and Gensler out of Chicago is our architectural firm. And by engaging input of all stakeholders, we came up with 3 design principles that are driving our concept building and creation of our new home. Dynamic convergence, warm hearth, and night vision. We really want for this facility to be a magnetic facility, a facility that will exude a certain level of warmth, of creativity, of collaboration, and interdisciplinary building. And we have a lot of programming at night, and we are focusing on making sure that night vision is going to be one of our design principles. So it's just going to come to light during the night and really be the beacon. Well, this is our building, and that's an aerial view of the building. As I said, today is a pivotal moment in the history of the Barton School of Business. Today is the groundbreaking of Woolsey Hall. And I cannot emphasize more our gratitude to all the donors, supporters, leadership of Wichita State University, leadership of Elizabeth King WSU Foundation and her amazing team for getting us here today. And the move-in is scheduled for spring 2022. Couple of images of our new building. This is a west side of the building. This is the inside of the building with a very spacious and very transparent feel to it. This is the atrium that would be the kind of the heart of the building. And on the left side, you can see the Co-Global Trading Center. On the right, you could see Student Success Center that's going to really play an important role in student experience and success. Woolsey Hall is going to be a game changer for the Barton School of Business, and it will allow us to increase our enrollments, technology is going to play an important role in Woolsey Hall, and specifically embedded and integrated as key initiative into the Barton Schools of Business future vision. Technology, when I say technology, it's how it's connected to learning, teaching, and research. We're exploring ways of how we can maybe incorporate 3D experience, collaborative spaces, or immersive technologies. Really looking to see how we can make classrooms advanced and interactive. And not just classrooms, it's also our centers, our institutes, and our labs. We're going to have a behavioral research lab in Woolsey Hall. We're going to have an analytics lab, a recording studio, and then, of course, supporting our online programs and some programs that are delivered in hybrid modalities. Student experience and success is going to continue to play an important role. We are going to have a student success center in Woolsey Hall, and we have a very, very amazing group of staff who are providing support to students at the graduate and undergraduate level. We're going to be launching Executives in Residence program, and we will have an Executives in Residence suite for our executives and business leaders who will engage in the life of students either as mentors or guest speakers, and potentially partner with our faculty to develop and deliver impactful programming. We're going to focus more on mentoring, on shadowing opportunities, company visits, continue to enhance on the opportunities available to our students related to internships, and of course, job opportunities. We're going to be also continuing with our lecture series and looking into expanding that, and really focusing on executive speaker series. Some of the new programs that we are working on is business analytics. That's a graduate program, and we are hoping that that would be launched in spring 2021. A lot of demand, a lot of interest from the industry, and a lot of interest from students as well. We're also looking into developing executive education programs, focusing on C-suite target market. Of course, our faculty and focus on our research. This is going to allow us to continue to attract and retain world-renowned scholars, and potentially create more opportunities for faculty exchange programs. In addition to this, we're very excited about external outreach, more opportunities to engage with the industry, hoping to launch Hall of Fame, where we will be inducting thought leaders, visionaries, and also very dear to my heart, and I am again very delighted to be with you today, is we're going to be launching an alumni council for the Barton School of Business, and of course engaging our alums in the life of the Barton School in ways that we have not done before, and expanding on our global partnerships. Well, of course, Woolsey Hall is going to be a game changer for the Barton School of Business, but we are confident that the Barton School of Business, with its new strategic direction, its new 5-year strategic plan that we will be developing by engaging all stakeholders, including you, it will contribute to Wichita, Kansas economic development, prosperity, and vitality as it relates to talent acquisition, retention, workforce development, digital transformation, potentially inspiring out-of-state companies to open satellite locations in Wichita, because that is the place to be. We're also hoping to take our entrepreneurship programs to the new level of excellence, and potentially engaging entrepreneurs in residence and attracting VC, private equity organizations to invest in the economic development of Wichita. I am excited about spring 2022, when we will have a grand opening of Woolsey Hall, and hoping that it will become one of Wichita's flagship landmarks. One more thing to share about our facilities is, if you recall, I mentioned that this is our site for the Woolsey Hall. And what we're imagining to create, and we are doing it, is to build a bridge. And although it looks like a pedestrian bridge, but it's more than that. We're creating a destination place. We're creating an outdoor space where all of our stakeholders can gather and they can collaborate, create inside the building and outside. We're creating a culture of happiness and joy. And this bridge symbolizes, and if you notice, it's a shape in the letter Y. We are connecting academics with industry and research. Everything that the Barton School of Business will be doing is going to be innovative, engaging, and impactful. We're hoping to have maybe even live musical performances on this bridge. We're hoping to create traditions where freshman class for the first time will walk through the bridge to begin their educational programming. And our alums, for the last time, as students, will walk through the bridge to go on to graduate and pursue meaningful and professional lives. And that's not going to be the last time they'll do that, because immediately you will be, you already are, but our alums will be lifetime shockers and lifetime engaging with the Barton School of Business. So we're very excited about this. This is just an image of how it's going to potentially imagine how it's going to look at night. And we're very, very excited about it. On this note, I'm going to stop here and happy to answer any questions and see if there's anything else that you would like me to share. Really appreciate this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Well, there's obviously a ton of things happening with the business school, and so many high points and so much stuff to look forward to in the future. And I kind of want to get into all that, but one other thing that I wanted to ask about is if you could talk about, we had a question coming beforehand about the professional edge program that you guys run in the business school. And I just would like you to maybe share a little bit about that and tell people about that, because that's a very unique thing that's happening and a very cool thing. So.
Absolutely. Professional Edge is one of our signature programs that develops our students personally and professionally. We're very grateful for support of Mary Trust for making this program a reality. Wendy Veach, she is leading this program. And this allows us to engage industry executives and business leaders as facilitators, either individually or on panels, on a variety of different topics. The art of handshake, dinner etiquette, how to prepare for the interview, the day in the life of a particular executive in an industry that is of interest to our students. Also, there might be some conversations about mentoring or the power of LinkedIn. So we are very, very proud of this program, and we already can see how it's been transforming the lives of our students.
That's awesome. That's just one of those things that I started recently here, and I've heard really great things about around campus. So I wanted to give you a chance to share that. Ask you about how the School of Business has, after this time in the coronavirus, with teaching and just facilities and things like that. How have you guys adapted to accommodate that?
Well, I am so grateful to our faculty and staff for their ability to quickly adapt to something that was unplanned, unexpected, and impacted the entire world. Our faculty have been incorporating a lot of innovative technologies to deliver rigorous, top-of-the-line, best education possible. Our staff also, they've been supporting our students along the way to make sure that it's smooth and it's streamlined. I will also say that COVID-19 will forever transform higher education, and business schools worldwide. And as we think about our 5-year plan and beyond that, we really will be thinking about our niche, our positioning, and how are we going to incorporate some of the things that we're experiencing now, and how we will deliver the programming and make it meaningful and impactful for our students in very close collaboration with industry partners and other stakeholders.
So with you kind of talking about the changes and things, what areas in your college do you think have the most potential for growth, just kind of relating to those topics?
Well, we definitely have quite a few areas. I'll mention a few. I think that we do have a tremendous opportunity with our supply chain program, business analytics program, once it's approved, especially as it relates to all the initiatives at Wichita State related to digital transformation and also industry trends in those areas. I also would say that our entrepreneurship programs, they have potential for growth and expansion. And I would say that all of our programs, they have a special purpose, they have a special meaning, and we have, as I mentioned, a very distinguished and esteemed group of faculty who are experts in these areas. And for these reasons, again, in close collaboration with our industry partners, we would be able to focus on expanding on those areas.
Wow. So my next question here is going to put you on the spot a little bit, because you've talked about so many great changes and truly some of the big impacts that the new building and the business school is going to have with students, alumni, the Wichita community, all that stuff. So my question is, what are you, if you can try to pick one, what are you most looking forward to this year? One thing.
We're going to be working on a lot of initiatives. One of them in particular I'm looking forward to is creating a transformative, innovative, impactful 5-year strategic plan that would serve as a roadmap for the business school as we will be focusing on our path forward. And what I'm most excited about is making this an inclusive, engaging process by engaging all of our stakeholders, faculty, staff, students, alums, and the leadership of the university, our industry partners, and a number of other groups. This is going to be an exciting year, and looking forward to a strategic plan.
Very good. Well, then let's wrap up with this here. And I'm curious to know, a lot has happened, a lot is going to happen, but what are you most proud of, and what's your proudest moment as serving as Dean of the College of the School of Business?
I would say that one of the most proudest moments, this has been in the making for many, many years, and that is the new home for the W. Frank Barton School of Business. And I'm just very excited and very proud and happy for current students, faculty, and staff, the new generations to come, and all of our alums on the progress that has been captured. And more importantly, this has been an exciting year for us in terms of the design and creating the vision for the building. And that's definitely a very, very inspirational moment, empowering moment, not just for me, but for all of us.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you again, Dean Jenin, for joining us today. It sounds like the business school has so much going for it and such a bright future. And I can't wait to see all the accomplishments that you guys are going to make. I want to thank everyone for joining us here today on the live stream for homecoming. I want to make sure you follow along for all the homecoming events this week. Like was mentioned, today is the groundbreaking at 1:30 p.m. And tonight at 5 p.m. we have trivia. So you can find information about all of our events, but specifically those two events the groundbreaking and the trivia at our website, which is shockeralumni.org/homecoming, to stay connected. And we look forward to hearing more out of the business school and from Dean Jinnan in the future. But until then, I want to thank everyone. And as always, go Shocks.
Thank you.